left off getting ready to talk about the third day, and we were leaving off with, what's it called?
It's called the full breakfast. And everybody said, when you go to Ireland, you have to get the full breakfast.
Which sounds like a stupid name, because you're just like, oh, it's just like a full breakfast? Like, what does that mean?
Once you have the full breakfast, you'll know why it's called the full breakfast.
Danielle, they said, so they have the full traditional Irish breakfast downstairs in the restaurant. It's self-serve, but it's not like self-serve back home at like the free breakfasts. Because he said it has like all the meats. He says it has yogurt, cereals. He said it has everything, traditional breakfast, healthy or non-healthy options.
So yeah, we went down to the hotel. They had the full Irish breakfast there.
I've never had a breakfast at a hotel like that.
I never have either. And honestly, it was kind of cool because I don't know, like if we would have went to a different place, you order it and it comes to the table and that's what you got. Whereas this was more buffet style. You could get anything you wanted up there. I mean, they had everything. They had sausage.
Like 3 different kinds of sausage.
Yeah, they had burnt sausage and then regular sausage because apparently burnt sausage is a thing over there.
Yeah, I got some honey, some blueberry. Oh, we got some cinnamon. Oh my God, Danielle, you should try that board.
You want me to touch your food?
Well, you're not touching my food. You're touching your strawberry that you're gonna eat. Just wait.
It's actually really good.
I told you.
Just go with the cinnamon on it.
I know,
I've
it's so,
never thought-
but it's just also just so
I'm just
fresh.
adding-
It was worth it. They had all kinds of jams, currant jam. You didn't really care for the currants. So you had this black currant starburst. You didn't like that.
Dude,
I
those
loved
were
it.
nasty. Anything I tried that was that flavor was gross.
I love it.
I don't know why that's so popular over there,
It's
but
good.
So we ate breakfast. It was really good. Then after we left breakfast, I think we headed straight to downtown after that.
Yeah. And we turned a corner and all of a sudden we saw the Temple Bar.
And it was just like, boom, people everywhere.
It was as amazing as it looked in the pic. They had the Christmas trees up on the building. I'm glad we got to see some of the Christmas decorations.
Yeah,
with
it
only
was
being
decorated nice.
October.
So then we did the Temple Bar. That was great.
Yep.
And then we had tickets for the Guinness Storehouse, which
Yep.
is the Guinness brewery over there, which
Yes.
is what Ireland is famous, the beer they're famous for. It's like the highest rated attraction over there, I think.
It's definitely an acquired taste type thing. If you're not really into it, it's probably not as fun.
Yeah, I think if you're interested in like, if you like beer and you're interested in how it's made.
It wasn't
and
even
things,
that. I like the whole beer making, wine making. Like that process is interesting to me. Adding stuff in, like the smells, I don't know, the science behind all that. So that was cool. I thought that the whole building was very, very cool. When you buy the tickets, it was packed.
Oh, it was so packed.
When you buy the tickets, you get a ticket to have any of their drinks at one of the bars there. There's a couple different bars inside the building.
We went in the off season. I wonder what that place looks like during peak season.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part in the building? I would say mine was the taste testing thing.
It almost felt like you were in the Willy Wonka film.
You
You
go in
walk through a
first,
hallway.
Yep, and you
and
go
there's,
into like this white
lights
room.
lining it, and
White
then the doors
room,
open.
white
and it's,
pillars. It's just
everything's
white.
It was very white, and there was just 4 pots in the room. Smell it, and they call them the aroma pots. Then they taught you how to properly taste a Guinness and what to expect to taste when you do taste it, and that was really cool in its own.
Yeah, so I think
I don't know if
that
that's
was
my favorite. That was really,
that was
really
my
cool.
favorite part.
But for some reason, I really enjoyed the old ads section. I just thought that was really neat, getting to read old articles and stuff and putting yourself in it. And just some of them I can remember.
And then we left there. So then we walked around there. There was that cool sculpture that was, you want to explain what it was?
It was a giant copper ball.
And then you looked it up and it was like...
It was a giant copper ball, and there was like a split, like it was busted
And
open
from
on
far
the
away,
side.
it looked like a torn up city or like
I don't know. And as you got closer, it was open. You say it was broken, and there was like almost like rebar inside. I was like, oh, maybe it's like the industrial world and how like we built this world around us, and like it was like the core. And I had like this whole thing, and then we looked it up.
Yeah,
and it
for
was,
like probably 15
and it
minutes you were talking about
like,
it. Like
the richness and the treasure of the students and the teachers and the knowledge in a culmination there at the college.
and we're like,
which-
what? That don't really...
Okay, that's art is openness.
So then we left there. What did we do after that?
We went to go get dinner.
Oh yeah, that's where, oh my gosh.
And
That's where we went.
well, no,
Well-
the first night you picked dinner. We went to the fish and chips.
Oh yeah. That night we did get the fish and chips. We did get the fish and chips. So I think after the fish and chips, though, that was the end of that day.
Yeah,
Because it
we
was
just-
getting late, dark. We
And we
walked
were
around a little bit,
nervous
and
about
then
Dublin still because of everybody. Because I think when we got back to the hotel that night, that's when we were like, I don't think Dublin's what everybody says.
yeah.
Yeah, baby. Talking about. That is a traditional Irish breakfast.
We woke up and did the full breakfast again.
Again, yeah.
Because
Got in a fight with our hotel.
We were like, oh yeah.
And then we headed to the library. Got in line for the library, went in the
that
library.
really
You
fit?
said you walk into an exhibit first, and the first thing you're kind of presented with is the 4 books that then became
Yeah.
the Book of Kells or something like that.
And I wasn't really interested.
Me either. Well,
It
I was
is
going to
cool.
say,
They
when we
had
got in there and started
small-
going around, we did say it was a lot more cooler than we expected it
I
to
mean,
be.
they had everything, even from like the pigments that they used to write the Book of Kells. So that stuff's
Yeah,
really,
like how
really
you
cool.
saw what materials, like either
Yep,
what
all
rocks or
natural
what,
and-
and how that made their colors to actually do all the coloring. Also seeing those stones in the first language that they used,
Yeah.
which was like just a series of slashes. That was really cool to see. And then that's when after the Book of Kells, we
Leave the
walked
room,
up
you
the
go
stairs,
steps,
and there's the
it
long
is.
library,
Oh,
and
man.
it's pretty awesome.
I stared at pictures of this library. I imagined how it sounded walking in it. I imagined the smell of it, and it did not disappoint. It was, the sun was coming in through the tall windows. It was like warming the bookcases, and you could smell like
Yeah,
the
I got
scent of the
some
warm
cool
wood.
pictures of the books with the sun
Yeah,
hitting
the
them.
old books with like the leather binding, they had, it was like a spiral. It smelled exactly how
You had
I
the spiral
imagined.
staircases that go up.
It was, and all I could think
You
was
had
if
the
this
big old
library
ladders
was
to get up the
completely
bookcases.
full, how much more like boom it would be. But I'm glad we saw what we saw. I'm glad we still ended up going.
And so we went to the Natural History Museum of Ireland.
which was free.
We walked through it. It was cool. Now, I will say there was a couple interesting things in the Natural History Museum. The giant sea turtle
Crazy
was really
fish.
cool.
The giant sea turtle.
The
was
crazy
very cool.
sharks were kind of cool and
That
creepy.
giant crazy fish.
Yep, that was creepy. I mean, that thing was huge. It was crazy. So, but we did. We did that. We walked around there. It was okay. So we left and we started walking again.
And
We
that's
walked
when we
there.
went downtown and we just started taking pictures.
Is that when we saw the castle then, you're saying?
graffiti, all kinds of stuff we saw.
Because we were in a different part in downtown there that
Yeah,
time.
we went all over the place.
Yeah.
We're
We got
gonna-
Starbucks again at the...
We did, and we were gonna eat dinner. We had looked at a place that I found, but then they actually ended up
Oh,
not
that's
being
what
open.
ended up
So
happening.
we kind of wanted like the old pub feel,
Yeah.
with like the live music.
Yeah.
That served like the stew and Irish food.
And finally, I'm like, well, what about a bus tour?
At night,
At
so we
night,
can
because
see
we
it
haven't
lit
seen the
up.
city at night because it's
Yeah.
supposedly dangerous. You know, at least then we're on a bus and we get to see it, still see everything lit up and everything.
Getting ready to head to the airport.
Wakey, wakey.
It was a fun trip.
It was very
It really was.
It was very fun.